What's going on, guys? We are the Ordinary Guys. My name is Chris,
I'm Dion.
and we're back for another one.
Yeah, man. What is this episode? What, 7?
7.
God.
Episode 7. It's pretty exciting.
It's going by kind of quick, man.
It is going by pretty quick. So,
It's nice, man.
all right, man. Well, what do we got on our plate today?
Well, let's start off a little light.
Okay.
Let's jump into movies that probably could not be made today, given our current wokeness in this country.
Well, I was thinking of Die Hard earlier, but if you really think about it,
Isn't Die Hard like a Christmas movie?
no.
Yeah, it is.
How is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It's a Christmas movie. Everything in that movie was like Christmas themed.
What are you talking about?
Well, Bruce Willis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everything exploding?
Go back and watch that movie. It's a Christmas movie, bro.
Okay. Okay.
It's a you think I'm lying, right? Bro, it's a Christmas movie.
How is it a Christmas movie?
Google
Explain.
it, bro. Google it. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Okay, we'll go with that.
It's
We'll just
it's a fucking Christmas movie.
uh,
Every element in there. Okay, yeah, there's explosions and everything like that, but it's during Christmas time.
so
And
you telling me that Rocky was a Thanksgiving movie?
quite possibly.
You're dumb.
Did you see like
You're
punching the
dumb.
turkey and shit when he was getting ready?
Yeah, it wasn't a turkey. It was a big old cow,
Exactly.
but
Hey,
it is what it is.
People have roast beef on Thanksgiving. I do. Okay, let's keep going. Any other movies? Hey,
This conversation just went way
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
It's okay, man. It's
Anyway, keep going. What else we
okay.
got?
I got Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, that would not go.
Could not
no.
be made today.
No.
Yeah, when I first saw that movie, and I saw that, I was talking to you earlier about this. I saw that
Yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. was in that movie, and I was literally waiting to see what role he was gonna play.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, okay, there's a couple black guys, and there's Jack Black and blah blah blah. This other person. I'm like, where the hell is Robert Downey Jr.? I didn't realize that the black guy was Robert Downey Jr.
How do you not?
until halfway through the movie,
Oh
bro.
my gosh.
I'm just like, this is some like no name actor that I've
So
never
there was
seen.
another one. There was another one that I was actually thinking of. I was thinking of. Shoot, what's Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, okay.
You know, and
I've seen it.
with
Wow.
all the with all the racial,
Oh yeah, of course.
comments
Yeah.
but if I really think about it though, maybe it's capable of pulling it off, because think about it, Fences came out
Yeah.
just a few years ago, and that was kind of borderline. Yeah, it's been a few years ago now.
Oh wow.
So that's why I'm saying maybe.
I mean, it's possible. What about White Chicks?
No.
Could they make a sequel to that?
No.
Nowadays.
No.
What if What if like, okay? Because you have to think like this. I think it's a great movie. It's funny as hell. But what if like two white dudes made like black chicks? Dude, why are you looking at me?
What do you think it's gonna be like?
I mean, but look,
Jim Carrey
it
and
could be like Jim Carrey and what, Dana Carvey or something. You know what I mean, bro? Come on, white chicks. Now they can make black chicks.
it's gonna be Franco.
James Franco and his brother. James and Dave Franco.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think about
You didn't
that.
think about that one, huh?
No.
Oh, I was thinking about it because how he ended up coming out in Pineapple Express, and he was just like way out there.
Oh,
So I was like, maybe he'd be able to pull it off. You know,
Yeah.
thinking back to like the brothers from White Chicks, how
Right.
they had a comedic twist to it,
Right,
right?
right.
So with the Franco brothers, I was like,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah, I can see that.
maybe.
Why not? But would it be? Because I mean, that's another thing. How come it's considered blackface when white people put on black makeup, of course, but then it's not considered like whiteface when black people put on whiteface, pretty much. No, weird.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I understand. Like, no, I don't understand that. I don't actually. I don't. I don't know why. I don't know why it's a difference. If it's blackface for white people to do it, it should be whiteface for black people to do it. It shouldn't be done then. Either way.
I have no idea.
Even though it's funny as hell. Because like I said, Robert Downey Jr. as the black, I thought that was brilliant. I thought it was awesome.
that was pretty funny.
It was
now
funny
that
as hell.
I take back.
I mean, I took no, like, I don't know what's the word. I took no offense to that whatsoever. It was just him playing a part. It's Robert Downey Jr., bro.
Yeah, I know.
Anything else?
Things would. I think it would maybe have like a slight difficulty to it because of how the culture is now.
Right.
But again, like I said, there's how many movies aren't there out right now that you'd be like, oh well, you know what? If they're not making that big a deal, then I honestly don't think like if Black Chicks were to come out, I don't think it'd be that big of an issue. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Maybe
If-
I don't know.
If it was just done like in a funny way, and it had like, what if like
But here's the thing:
the Wayans brothers were in that movie as the white
Okay,
chicks, and then
yeah.
we had the black chicks coming as well. You know what I mean?
Franco brothers.
Franco brothers. And they do like a movie together, like white and black chicks.
Oh man, I don't think that they'd be able to pull it off. I mean, that was
Come on, you guys.
that was an original.
Make it happen.
I
White
don't
and black
think
chicks.
so.
Come on.
I don't think so.
A sequel to White Chicks, White and Black Chicks. That's comedy genius right there, bro. Franco brothers and Wayne's brothers. Come on. Come on.
I keep thinking about the Franco brothers in there. That's a little wild.
They got weave and stuff coming out there.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
What else we got?
I'm so getting a visual, especially when you said the Franco brothers, bro. Oh god.
Got to be quick on my feet, bro.
Yeah. Right. What about another movie that's coming out? Creed 3. What do you think about that?
Oh, that I told you about that. I'm super excited about it. I mean, Canelo's gonna be in the movie.
Right.
He's only making a cameo, but well, I'm assuming.
Right.
But still, I mean,
You know his main opponent, right?
yeah.
Is Jonathan Majors. I didn't know that.
How did you not catch
I did
that?
not know that. I didn't catch it. For some reason, I didn't catch it. And I was like a few days ago, I was just like, oh, I took it on the internet. I see a picture of him. I see another Creed 3. I'm like, it's like, oh, there's like a parody of Michael B. Jordan in that same stance. And I'm like, no, it's like he's the main antagonist. And
Yeah.
Creed, I'm like, I'm
So
all for it.
the whole storyline is that they were two friends growing up.
Okay.
You know, while they were kids, and then something happens where he obviously gets locked up for so many years, and then comes out, and he's just like, hey, I still got some fight left in me, and so it just goes.
Did he get locked up
from
for
there.
something that Michael B. Jordan did?
That I don't
they
know.
did together?
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. Obviously,
it's usually some type of thing like that, like they were together. He took the fall for it, or whatever, and now he's coming back, and he has all this glory.
that's typically the
yeah,
idea,
yeah.
Behind the
Especially when it's two people of the same caliber.
yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
here
but
for it.
I'm excited for that movie. I obviously, huge boxing fan for years now, and I grew up watching Rocky, and then obviously when Creed came out, I was a fan of that too. And now that this one's coming out, I'm excited
Is
for
Stallone
it.
a part of this one as well?
Huh?
Is he a part of this one?
To
Stallone?
my understanding, there may be a cameo
Okay.
where like a slight appearance, but he's not.
But no,
he's
I
not
mean
in
like
it,
as
in
like
it.
a producer, executive producer.
No, the one that produced it was Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
he was all on his own.
He was all on his own.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, let's go into. I mean, this is not controversial, but I mean, this is things that men don't talk about a lot anyway. But like, there's a stigma against well, against men that express themselves or
What I was talking to you about the other day.
yeah, but their mental
How
health
there's
and stuff like
how
that.
there's a stigma that guys have to keep quiet about
right,
their
right, right.
emotions.
They can't show
and-
emotion. Exactly. How do you feel about that, man?
Well, the reason why I wanted to kind of bring that up was because it was actually mentioned very well by a comedian that's super popular, obviously.
Right.
Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy.
Okay.
He was on another podcast, and he was starting to mention that, like, it's common and I'll just put it to this perspective. I'll use the same one that he used, where in the Hispanic culture, us guys, we really show no emotion.
Right.
You know what I mean? We work, and we don't say anything about how we feel, or if there's any problems, we really don't make anything of it. You know, we just deal with it.
My wife calls it machismo.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
So he's just like, until you start getting a couple drinks in, and then all of a sudden you're,
comes
you
out,
know,
bro.
with the family, with the tios, the uncles, or like the cousins are hanging out,
Right.
and all of a sudden
just
it's like
flows.
one thing
Yep.
after another. You know, the conversation leads to whatever you're going through at the moment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I started thinking about it, and it's true.
Yeah.
Because just me personally, how many times haven't I gone through certain things and I've kept it to myself?
Right.
And it's because of the way that I ended up growing up, you know, to where it's like, you don't have the right to cry. You don't have the right to say anything. Just suck it up and deal with it.
Right.
And I mean, I guess in I don't know if it's because it's embedded in my head now.
Right.
But to a certain extent, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because the way that I see it is, everyone has stuff to deal with. You know what I mean?
Everyone
and
has emotions.
Put it
of
this
course.
way, I would hate for me to come to you and be telling you, hey, Dion, I ended up going through XYZ.
Right.
And, you know, and I'm over here just laying it out on you, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a
I know
sudden,
where you're going.
and all of a sudden, I'm putting it in the back burner that you have stresses of your own that you have to deal with. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like, that's why to me, there are certain times where you have to hold back.
Right. I mean,
That's just in my perspective.
no. I totally get it. I mean, I don't represent all the black community, but I do represent my people as well. And it's like that in our culture as well. It's like if you cry or you show any type of weakness, you're considered a bitch, for lack of a better word, or they'll call you gay or this or that. Like, you can't show any emotion.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was a very shy kid. You know what I mean? I didn't really have a lot of friends. I was very shy. I didn't really speak too much.
That's what I was.
I stuttered a lot, so I really had a really, really bad stutter. I went to speech class, so I really didn't want to even speak to anyone. And like, my feelings would get hurt and shit like that when I was younger, like, really easily. And I used to cry a lot, I guess, and I was called all kind of bitches and this and that. But because then I've learned, like, you can't show emotion, or
right.
that's weakness. You know what I mean? So I carried that with me all the way till even, well, not till now, but till, like, you know, I was a little bit younger than I am now, and I had to kind of like unlearn that. You know what I mean? Like, it's okay to go to my wife and say, hey, you know what, I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling good about this situation, or I probably need help with this or with that. And like, you got to learn how to, like, kind of like drown out that BS. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna let my son know, is if you have a problem, you can come to me about anything, no matter what you're feeling.
Yeah, especially in your own home. It's
Yeah, man.
you want that support from those that are living with you.
Right.
You know, so why would you just sit there and take everything
Right.
when you have the support system that are willing to be there for you?
I mean, but don't wallow in
So-
it, of course, because like you don't want to like just stay in that headspace.
No, of
But
course
you do want to
not.
get it out, so it's not just because if
Well,
you don't get it out,
here's-
it can,
here's
it can
another
make you sick, bro.
perspective.
It can make you sick.
Here's another perspective: is it may not be that. Yeah, cheers. It may not be that you wallow in the problem, right? Just because you're expressing it or you're letting it out. But the other factor is that the saying goes, two heads are better than one.
Right.
So say for instance, if I'm going through a problem and I go ahead and I tell you about it, right? Who knows? You
I
may
could be going through this,
you
something
may
similar.
you may have not only that, but you may have already gone through that
Exactly.
way before I have.
Right.
So then you have that knowledge to go ahead and give me some advice.
Right.
And then I would react to,
Vice versa. Yeah.
hey, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go ahead and I'll try that out.
It's true.
You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, anything
So-
I have, yeah. If I have any type of like life experience, I'm a little bit older than you, just by a little bit, but okay, you're not saying nothing about. Okay, yeah, it's okay. I'm older than you. That's okay. So yeah, if I have some type of knowledge that I can share with you, I'll definitely. If you have any questions that you need answers to.
I'm
I mean-
sorry. I like how you tried to downplay yourself and tried to be like, oh no, I ain't that old.
I'm not that old, motherfucker. Damn.
I mean, hey,
2
look.
years.
Oh my god.
I have
the
experience.
way that I see it though really is, I mean, you're only as old as you feel.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah.
And if you're at, say for instance, 60, 70 years old and you feel like you're still in your 50s, if you have that energy, by all means keep it going.
Right.
So that's why I'm just like, hey bro, if that's how you want to feel, that's how you want to feel. I'm gonna just leave it
But
alone.
what if I'm like this age and I feel like I'm like 80?
That happens to me sometimes.
That happens to me.
Bro, I wake up in the mornings, my feet hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, my back hurts.
Put it like this. After 40, when you wake up, like things just crack. Like you don't
My
even
knees.
know, bro. My knees, everything just cracks. I go to the gym almost 5 days a week. Everything just cracks. Everything is sore. Everything takes longer to heal.
Yeah.
Everything is just like out of whack. But you're starting to go back to the gym too, right?
Yeah, I actually ended up making the decision starting Monday. I'm gonna go back and start hitting the weights and
Yeah, man. We
going
miss
back
you,
to-
man.
Going
We
back
miss
to
you at the
doing
gym, bro.
cardio. I know. It's just right now with everything going on, it's been super jam packed with a lot of things,
Right.
school, my business, photography, and doing the podcast, and you name it.
Yeah.
I had so many projects that are going on. It's so time consuming,
Yeah,
dude.
man. It's not enough hours in
By
a
the
day.
end of the day, I'm just like, I don't want to do anything.
As soon as I get off work, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling it. I literally drag myself, bro.
That's how it is with me
I
too.
drag my wife too. I'm like, if I'm going, you're going too.
Yeah.
And she's so happy now. She's, like I said, she's fitting in clothes that she hasn't fit in years. And she's so happy. But she hates to go.
You can't hate to go, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, bro, the way I see it is you're putting longevity to your
Right.
life.
I mean, she doesn't hate to go. She doesn't have the motivation.
That's motivation enough, in my opinion.
So when I bring her,
It's
then
like,
she's
hey,
like, okay.
if I
no.
get to tack on another 3 years of life to me,
Why-
why
exactly.
not?
That's why I stopped
I
smoking.
get to spend time with, well, in your scenario, my kids, my wife, whatever the case may be.
Don't worry, I'll bring my kids over to spend time with
No,
you.
I'm good.
That's Uncle Carlos.
Carl, now I'm Carlos.
No, well, you're Ernesto.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Get it
Ernesto.
right. Antonio.
No, they have an Uncle Carlos, actually. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that's what I'm telling you.
Well, actually, I've been on my little fitness journey since Well, I signed up in December of last year.
Was it December?
It was December of last year, yeah, because I didn't want to be like, oh, I'm signing up for New Year's resolution. I'm going to do it before.
No, it was before that because...
Yeah, it was before. Yeah, that's why I said I don't want to sign up for a New Year's resolution. I want to start before. So it's not like I'm putting it... Okay,
yeah, because I remember all three of us, Shaq, you, and I were going...
Right.
At one point.
It was in December, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was before that.
No.
When did I start working with you? You remember? September. I started working there September. So it was a little after.
It was after Thanksgiving. I remember that. It was after Thanksgiving.
So it wasn't Christmas then.
It wasn't on Christmas, but it was in December. Like late November, early December.
I want to say late November, possibly.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta be accurate with the timeline. You know what I mean?
Well, you guys got me like motivated to go.
Yeah.
And then.
See, that's the one thing that I miss is the fact that you have more friends. You know, in this instance, that push you.
Not really. I had you and Jack. That was it.
Friends, plural. Friend is one. Friends, plural, two or more.
Yeah. But you had me and Jack.
No, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I miss when you have people that push you in order for you to reach that goal that you want to reach, right? And with me, it's like now I get to do it here at home by myself. So and that's the other thing. Since I have everything here at home, it's like
why go?
Do I really want to drag my feet in the garage and?
But it's right. And it's right here.
I know, and that's what's so stupid.
Like you spent all this money on all this equipment.
That's why it's stupid. I'm wasting my time just sitting upstairs, you know, and yeah, I have whatever I have going on, but it's like, dude, I could take 30 minutes to an hour to come downstairs, do my workout, and that's it. You don't have to wait. It's not that difficult.
You don't have to wait on no machines.
Not only do I not have to wait on no machines, I don't have to spend no gas money. Exactly. I don't have to smell any odors from the gym.
Good
you
God,
know, none of that.
Yeah.
I have everything here at home.
So what's wrong?
I'm just lazy.
Hey, at least you're honest. I mean, I have an exercise bike that my wife never uses.
And why did I buy it? That's why with me, I was just like you said just now. I was honest with myself.
Right.
I was like, yo, I need to get back on track. Because I'm starting to see that there's weight being gained.
Right.
And that's not the way that I want to go. I want to go the opposite way. You know, dude, I remember just, what was it, maybe about 2 years ago, when Shaq and I were going to the gym Monday through Friday, and we were only having 2 rest days, Saturday and Sunday, right? I ended up going down to 238.
Okay. What are you at now?
You don't want to know. No, okay, being honest.
Right.
Last I checked, 277.
Okay.
Is what I'm weighing right now.
That's still smaller.
Because I just weighed myself like 2 days ago.
That's still smaller than my heaviest.
That's still heavy, my boy.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying. When you're tall,
to
you're
be
a little bit taller than me too.
No, but still, to be 6'1" and be weighing 277 pounds, dude, that I feel it.
Yeah, feeling your feet.
You know what I mean? Legs. Like, okay, you remember that I ended up going to Disney, right?
Right. A lot of walking.
Halfway through the day, bro, I was just like, my feet, my knees.
Pumping and pumping. Did they give you a little scooter or something?
Bro, I was about to go grab one. You know, I was about to push some old lady off and be like, hey, look, I need this more than you do.
Right? So you just don't know, lady. You just don't know.
Or I'd be like, come here, let me drive and you just sit on my lap. I don't want to be mean to the old lady either, you know what I mean? Oh, I'll just push her off.
Hey, she needs exercise too.
Do I look like Johnny Knoxville to you?
Good God. Okay, bad old grandpa. Hey, no offense to any of the elderly people.
No.
We love
all fun and games here. All fun and games.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, man, I definitely have to get back on it.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, my wife has an exercise bike that I bought for her. She doesn't use it at all, but she goes to the gym and goes to a spin class. Like, the exercise bike is so much dust on it, bro. It's just like storage.
Well, you might as
It's
well just get rid of it.
I'm
Get rid
going
of it
to
at this point.
And as soon as I go to get rid of it, she's gonna be like, "No, not my exercise bike."
Nah,
She
get
never
rid of
uses.
it, bro. Get rid of
Yeah,
it.
she never uses.
That's my suggestion.
It's a storage place.
It may sound like bad advice.
I got rid
but
of a treadmill. Never used it. I got rid of it.
Use that.
Yeah, no, it was old. You don't want that treadmill. You go fast enough, it starts smelling like you're actually like peeling out and burning rubber.
Dang.
Yeah, you don't want that one.
So what else we got on?
Yeah, so okay, well, did you hear about this? There was a bear attack. There's a bear attacks a climber.
I'm sorry.
In Japan.
Oh.
What?
I thought you were talking about me for a second. I was like, we
Okay.
were just talking about losing weight. I just thought you were talking about me and my size.
Maybe I was. I'm sorry. Maybe subconsciously I was. That's why I brought this story up.
Thanks,
I'm so
bro.
sorry.
Appreciate it.
Do you have bear cubs around that you need to protect?
Yeah, I got one right in front of me.
Well, thank you for protecting me.
So anyway, the bear in Japan.
Well, yeah, there's a bear attack in Japan. This rock climber, he's like climbing. He has like a GoPro on. He's climbing, and all of a sudden he looks up, and this damn bear is running right for him down a hill, like he's climbing up, and he like gives it like I don't know what he does, but he pretty much
Bruce Lee kicks it, or
Bruce Lee fucking the damn bear down, and the bear falls down the hill. And it keeps coming back up trying to get him. But if you see like in the cut, like in the background of the bear, there's a small bear cub. So I'm thinking it's a mother bear that's protecting her cubs. But he was not giving up. He was yelling and kicking and screaming and everything you do to get this bear off him, man. Like, what would you do in that situation?
Run.
You're on the side of a hill. You can't run. You're literally climbing. You're like Spider-Man on the side of the hill, but you're not Spider-Man.
Bro, I used my shirt as a whatchamacallit, a parachute. You just dive off, base jump.
Bro, the first thing I thought about when I saw that is Leonardo DiCaprio in what's that movie? The Reverend? Is that what it's called?
Oh, yeah. I
Oh
don't
my
remember the
God,
name of
bro.
it. I know which one you're talking about. Where he gets stuck in the snow.
Yeah, and he gets attacked by that bear?
Yeah.
Bro.
That's some savage stuff,
That's
though.
crazy. That was a hell of a scene.
Yeah.
That was I don't know how they
A
did
little
that.
too gory,
That
but
was a hell of a scene, man. That's the first thing I thought. Like, I don't know what I would do in that situation.
I would
man.
honestly.
I mean, I would like pretty much like you do. Just fight for your life, bro. Like you gotta survive that.
I'm sure with one claw, like the one swipe at you or a bite.
What? You're dead?
Not dead, but damn, bro, I would be
damage
like, I'm in pain. I'd be crying.
Yeah, I mean, well, look, at that moment, there's so much adrenaline going. You get scratched or
That's
bit or
true.
something. You're not even thinking about that. You're thinking about getting this thing off of you, trying to survive.
That is very
trying
true.
to make it. You'll feel everything afterwards. Trust me.
Yeah.
Once
that's
that
true.
adrenaline runs out, oh yeah, you're feeling every damn thing. But damn, I can't imagine. And then
Hey, yo, imagine if you just like karate chopped the bear in the neck.
just suplex him.
You give him the people's elbow.
Oh god, or just turn into Black Adam or Shazam.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's nice.
Why do we keep going back to that?
I keep picturing Kevin Hart. Oh, speaking
That
of
was a good one, though. That was a good one. I have to admit. That just came out the top of my head.
Oh my god,
That was a
crazy.
good one. Anyway,
actually, the movie came out on Friday.
did you go watch it?
No, I haven't watched it.
I'm waiting for my girl to get back. What happened?
No. I want to see it because I have a couple of people that I follow on YouTube that give reviews. You know what I mean?
Good or bad? Because you seem a little disappointed.
No, it was like it wasn't. I mean, don't worry. It was good. It was good. I
Okay.
keep hearing good, positive things about it. But they're like, I guess, little critiques. I guess whatever, because they're kind of like Marvel aficionados, so they are always in anything Marvel or DC. And the guy Greg was saying, like, it's a good movie, but like certain things here, certain things there, like the action sequences were really, really good. And I guess they're trying to say like this is gonna change DC from here on out. Is he gonna be like the main like guy because he's bringing Cavill back? You know what I mean? Because I guess there's a end credit scene. There's no sorry spoilers. It's all on the net already anyway. Henry Cavill is reprising his role of Superman at the end credit scene.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about that, and it's like, so like, where does it go from here? Does he stay in the DC?
I honestly think it's gonna be like how they did it with Marvel.
But is it gonna be Black Adam at the helm now? Is he gonna be like?
It has to be. He's gonna be like the Iron Man for.
That's what I'm thinking. But
that's what I'm thinking.
Iron Man was in that spot because he's there from the beginning since 2008. You know what I mean? So it's been like a thing with him. He's been this whole 10-year span was leading up to Endgame and everything like that. Black Adam is just now on the scene. I know he's been asleep for 5,000 years, but so he just comes in and Bogart's like, okay, put Superman to the side, like it's me now. Like, damn, that's pretty crazy.
I think it's just because of the fact that he has a much more darker story than Superman. Yeah. And not to mention the fact that, you know, I'm speaking just acting wise, right? I think Dwayne probably has a bigger name.
Well, yeah, of course he has a bigger. He has more pull. Like,
exactly.
I mean, he got him to come back. I mean, literally.
So that's why I'm saying I think at this point. So because of Dwayne's name recognition, right? I think,
or his brand.
Yeah, because if you really think about it, I mean, he has such a huge story, right?
Yeah.
He started off going to college and going to try and be a professional football player.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then to making it into wrestling, and then from wrestling, he ended up going in. What was the very first movie that you could remember off the top of your head that he made that actually made him pop off as an actor?
The Mummy.
I would.
Get Shorty or something like that?
I would go. What's that one movie that he ended up making where he's a sheriff of the town? Standing Tall, I think, is what it was called.
The Rundown.
No, not The Rundown.
The Rundown. The Rundown was. I like that.
The Rundown was a good movie.
Badass,
yeah. But I think it was Standing Tall where he.
Standing Tall. Oh, okay. I think. Yeah,
you remember that movie where he's he's a retired military, comes back home. And there's a casino in his hometown that's like giving drugs to kids and whatnot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So he goes and he gets the sheriff position in his town and cleans up the whole town.
Yeah, okay.
So
yeah.
So
like
I think that movie was kind of what I mean, he already had an open door, right?
Right.
But it ended up knocking it open a little wider. Because if I remember right, I think it was right after that movie he ended up going into the Fast and Furious franchise, and then from there, obviously he ended up just blowing up.
I mean, he was popular before Fast and Furious, though.
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you remember, it was he was in wrestling, right? He was already making a great name for himself.
Right.
And then he started going into movie roles, right?
Right.
So
it's just like a natural progression for him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But what really brought him on to acting was the Fast and Furious franchise, in my opinion.
Okay. So he got his own spin-off.
And now look at now going back to the whole thing, right?
Right.
Look at his resume now.
Yeah.
With all the history that follows him, you really think that they wouldn't give him a top position as, like, say for instance how Iron Man turned out to be?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now Black Adam's gonna have that same position. That's at least what I think.
Because there's this new picture of it says the new DCEU.
Yeah.
And it has him like on a throne pretty much.
Yeah.
And then Cavill behind him. I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a hell of a dynamic right there.
Right?
I mean, it's good. But wow.
We'll see, man. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done.
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing all the movies coming out, in the future. So it's just a matter of time before we get our answer. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Okay, well, hey, let's keep it going. Okay, you said you got well, kind of something that I did want to talk about. It's a little controversial. It's the N word. Yeah, this again. But I want to know your opinion on it because of course I have an opinion. And
so what I was kind of hinting towards is the fact that just like everything else, now with phones being so easily available, right? The internet's right in the palm of our hands. Computers are everywhere. Social media is obviously the number one thing, right?
Right.
So now it's like you have that opportunity to have those tools in your hands. And as soon as you start using them, it's up to you, whatever you're going to post or whether it be music, an article, a movie, whatever, right? So I think that whole use of the word is starting to get, well, not starting to, it's been desensitized quite a bit.
Well, yeah.
Like everyone pretty much feels that they have the right to say it.
Right. But why do you think that is? Is because
music?
It's been desensitized?
It's in everything. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's like you see a post by a music artist, right?
One of your favorite rappers, yeah, something like that. It's in this.
There's a good chance that word's gonna be used. Right. Music obviously is another one.
Yeah.
Is it not on there?
Yeah,
I mean,
on there.
Okay, just as an example, the song that I ended up sending you, I'm not going to mention it, right? But the song that I sent you last night, did it not have that word?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So the more and more that people use it, it's like they get desensitized, and they're like, oh well, I guess it's okay to use it.
I just think that it's a different of course it's a different meaning, and it can mean the same thing by, I guess it depends on the person who's saying it, you know what I mean, and their intentions, either to hurt or to demean, or if it's just in conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have friends that say it that are not black, and it doesn't really bother me as much. I mean, I'm kind of indifferent about it sometimes too, because there's times where it kind of does, and there's some times where I don't really care. You know what I mean? The times that I don't really care, it's in conversation, and it's playful, and, you know, it just happens, and it happens. It's like, whatever. You know
here's what bothers me about that concept, though, about that mindset. You start using it, and you're joking around, right? But then all of a sudden you'll get upset if someone else were to use it. And I get it. It may be it'd be used in a different context, but fact of the matter is they're still using the same word that you just used.
Exactly. This is why I said I'm kind of like in the middle about it. It's because, like, if it's somebody, okay, I'm not saying that you say, you've never said, I've never heard you say it in front of me ever, or whatever, never heard you say it. But if we were joking around or something like that, and then it came out, it wouldn't offend me at all, because I've known you for this long, and we're friends. So I know you're not calling me that, like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like that. That's not the dynamic. But if it's like me, you, and then someone like I just met, and then all of a sudden they say, I'm gonna look at them funny, like, I don't know you like that, bro. Like, what the fuck? You know, I'm gonna feel some type of way, even though it's the same word. Like, why do I feel that way with you, and then with this person?
Okay, here's a way for you to look at it, though. How you just mentioned it, right? Between friends, you feel that it's okay.
It's not that it's okay. It's that it doesn't bother me as much.
So what if that other person, though, has that same mindset, right? To where, oh well, you know, since I use it with my friends,
but
why not?
If it's somebody that you just met, I mean, there's like a degree of like, okay, I don't know this person, maybe I shouldn't say that.
But
like
here,
that
that's the thing, though.
So I guess use it in moderation.
I mean,
I'm just saying use it or not. I just don't. I think that we give it too much weight. We give it too much power.
Yeah.
Way too much. It's a freaking word, bro. It's a word. It was a word meant to demean a certain demographic of people, of course, but that was so long ago, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are people that still use it for that reason, but for the like mainstream, it's not really used like that anymore. It's in all of our music. If we don't want no one to say that or to hear that come from anyone, don't put it in the music.
The older generation,
don't
though, and
I'm
telling you, just because I've had this conversation with people that are even older than you, right? So
thank you for that.
Anyway, what I'm getting at is that they're like, well, we've fought so hard in order for us to make strides and move forward.
Right.
Using that word is only taking 10 steps back.
Right.
Is how they've put it.
Right.
And that's why you haven't heard me really use it, because I respect that. And so I the way that I see it is, why am I gonna try and even though it may not be directly right. Or not, it may not be intentional, or with ill will, but I have to have it in the back of my mind that this is the way that they see it, right? And I have to respect it, because they're right, man. I mean, how long haven't people fought for for them to have the rights to vote? To be able to, I mean, we'll go as far back as to be able to sit wherever they want in the bus, and the list goes on.
Just to be viewed as a human being.
Yeah.
Period.
So that's what I'm saying. Why go ahead and use that word, and even if it would not be in a derogatory type of way, but use it, and then again, like I said, then take 10 steps back.
Right. I mean, I guess
that's the way that I see it.
I totally get it. I mean, there's a lot of like civil rights leaders that would probably be rolling over in their graves. They probably are rolling over in their graves.
Yeah.
Like at the current, use of that word. You know what I mean? Me and my personal life, I do use it occasionally. I mean, not often. When I do use it, people look at me like, whoa, like what? Like, you don't speak like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not something that it's usually in my vocabulary.
Right.
But every once in a while, like, I'll be playing around and it'll come out. And it's definitely not meant to demean myself.
So, okay, here's
the
question.
Came before me, you know what I mean?
Here's a question for you. Now that I've told you from a different perspective, right? And having been around older people that have seen it the way that I just described, what do you think about that now? Do you think that would put a limitation for you to use that word, or
me personally, I just respect my elders, period. That's the way my generation was taught.
Same.
You respect your elders. These kids nowadays, they don't care who's around, who's listening. If you're older, younger, they don't care. They're going to speak the way they want to speak, and they're going to use the words that they use.
Right.
I mean, I hear it every day. Going to my son's school for his game, there's kids that are 14, 15-year-old.
At work.
I mean, bro.
At work.
And I'm looking back at them like, and they're just like, I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's officials and stuff there, and teachers and stuff. They're just going on and on like no one's there. Like they're just there with a friend. I'm like, they have no filter whatsoever.
Yeah,
this generation
that's the one thing that
lost, bro. They lost all respect, and that is a direct. I'm sorry, it is. This is a direct correlation to the way they are raised, or lack thereof.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I have to agree,
because don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be the one like, oh, my son doesn't speak like that. I've caught him speaking like that a couple times. And I'm like, look, man, you got to realize that when you go out in this world, you represent me and your mother and the way that we raise you. And we don't raise you. You don't hear that in the house. Why are you speaking like that?
That's right.
He had to apologize.
Yeah, there's a difference, and that's where everyone, well, not everyone, a good portion, I would say, has failed, is the fact that a lot of people are just like, well, it's okay, I don't want to go ahead and make my kid feel bad, come on,
make you feel bad. Yeah,
there's a way to discipline your kid and make them know that there's what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
You know, without having to beat them and how it used to be back in the day.
Exactly.
You know, there still are techniques.
I think we need to bring that back. I'm sorry, I got my ass whooped. I got my ass whooped when I did wrong, and I'm a better person for it. These kids are, oh, don't do this, don't do that, and now they're like shooting up schools and what? Seriously? Come on, bro. It's stupid. I mean,
it's a mixture though. It's a mixture of things that have been creating.
These kids, though, bro. We're so soft on them.
I agree, but it doesn't just go back to that, bro. I like I just said right now, it's a whole list of things that have created how things are now. Right. I mean, for instance, you just ended up talking about a problem that we're having, and I'm not going to really mention, exactly what it is, but let's just put it this way. There are certain type of games, right. that a 14-year-old should not have their hands on.
You're right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So how are you going to go, for instance, give a kid, let's just say a military game, right? And then not think that, may this game possibly put some ideas,
exactly. Exactly.
Bottom line, I really don't think that a 14-year-old should have their hands on certain type of things.
A 14-year-old, even all the way up to 18-year-old, or even it's legally adults, but even that old, I believe, shouldn't have access or shouldn't be able to go into a store and buy something that could potentially, hurt so many people, especially if that kid is not socially, I guess he's socially awkward, or what they say, incels or something like that. It's just there's a lot of signs. You know your kid. You know what your kid does and what he doesn't do, where he goes, where he doesn't go. And I mean, there's a lot of red flags, and I know you can't always see what's going to happen in the future, of course not. But there are things that, I mean, if you pay enough attention to your kid and see what your kid's interests are and nurture those interests, then you can have a very well-rounded kid. But if you just leave your kid to his own devices, then, sometimes they go the wrong way, man, and a lot of people get hurt.
With that being said, there is actually one other thing that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Kind of in relation to what we were just talking about right now. That's why I want to bring it up.
Okay.
What do you think of what we just mentioned, right? That we have respect for our elders.
Right.
Let me put it. Let me give you this perspective. I'm just trying to word it the right way because I don't want to come off as offensive, right?
Okay. Free speech, man.
What if free speech?
Right.
What would you say if let's say you and I were to have a discussion that got heated, right?
Okay.
And then I'll put it this way, I guess. I ended up saying some truth, and you found it offensive.
Okay.
Would you find that I ended up crossing the line at that point, and that I should have kept my mouth shut because I'm quote unquote disrespecting my elder? Or do you think
me?
No, I'm just giving a scenario.
Okay.
Or do you think that, say for instance, right? If you and I were to get into a debate about, let's say, sports,
okay,
right? And I'm hitting you with facts,
okay,
numbers, statistics, right, play-by-plays, the way that things boil down, right? And you get upset and you start calling me every name in the book. And I'm just going to be like, well, you're stupid because of this, and this reason. Would you find that offensive?
The rebuttal from you after I'm calling you all kind of... Well, no, I'm trying to grasp the question that you're trying to... Because it's a weird scenario. Okay. if you're spitting facts and you're giving me all the facts and I don't like what I'm hearing and then I start insulting you, is that what you're saying? And then you rebuttal with something else?
Yeah.
Do I find that offensive?
Yeah.
How could I find that offensive?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Right. How could I find that offensive when I just shut you down, everything that you're trying to say? You're spitting facts and I'm saying that you're all this and this and that. And then you're like, okay, well then you're this and that too. Like, we're going back and forth. I started it pretty much.
There's a reason why I'm bringing this up, and it's because it's been boiling in my head for the last couple days.
Okay.
How is it that we're gonna go ahead and have a conversation about A,
right,
and then you're gonna go ahead and sidetrack, and then you're gonna start having a conversation of B while I'm still stuck in A.
Right. Okay.
I ended up having a conversation with someone.
Okay.
And all of a sudden they started, dissing A, B, C, and D.
Right.
And I was just like, well,
like, where the hell did that
what
come
does
from?
that have to do with this though?
Right.
And then for them to tell me, well, you're just, being disrespectful because I'm your elder, and I was just like, wait, hold on a second.
How did it get to that?
What does that have to do with any of this?
Right.
It's like I ended up stating facts,
right,
and just because you're not seeing eye to eye with me, now all of a sudden you think you have the right to insult me.
Right. But then when you snap back, then it's
or I'll put it. I'll give you another a little piece of info here. He ended up even going as far as, and I know that it may have been intended with sarcasm, right? So it wasn't really with
malice,
the intention to really, I guess, harm me in any way, right? But fact of the matter is that just because the conversation was sidetracked, then all of a sudden I started hearing some insults that, oh well, you're doing this and ha ha ha. Okay, and
yeah, I mean,
let's just use this as an example. That anyone could practically pick up a camera and a mic and start recording and create a podcast.
Obviously,
like what we're doing
it now, right?
Right. So this is A and B that are creating what we have here, right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, person C is gonna be watching and oh well, ha ha ha, you guys are doing what everyone else is doing and blah blah blah.
Right.
I don't know if this makes any sense.
No, I get it.
It's like, okay, well, if it's
sounds
your
like
cup of tea,
sounds like jealousy.
If it's not your cup of tea, change the channel, bro.
Exactly. It's like, obviously you're watching. Thank you. Thank you for the views you're watching. I would like to see some of those comments. Like, hey,
by all means,
we take any comments. It's not a big deal.
I see it in this light. Whenever you try and pick up something that is out of your comfort zone, you're just picking up another tool in order for you to better yourself.
But you know what? There's always going to be people that see what you're doing and see where they are, and they think that, okay, well, maybe I could be doing that too. But they're always gonna be people that are gonna insult you for doing something different. You know what I mean? There's always, I don't know if you call them haters or whatever you want to call them. There's always gonna be those people.
Yeah.
But those people make us stronger and it keeps us going, because hate all day. Don't care. We're doing something. We're trying something new.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's actually how I see it.
It's a leap of faith. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
Like we didn't know we're going to be 7 episodes in. It's like we had just practically met. All of a sudden, like,
it hasn't even been a year.
It hasn't even been a year that we've known each other.
As a matter of fact, it'll be a year this coming
December, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we've already made it this far in the relationship of our friendship.
It is just it was one thing that led it to another,
right,
and everything just clicked. I mean, again, I'm not gonna name any names.
I wouldn't have picked this
it just
be
happened.
This. Exactly. It just happened. It was meant to be. It was in
You
the
know,
cards.
it was, and it's funny because my wife, after a couple of tries, she was just like, it just seems like everything flows so natural.
Right.
I was like, well, that's because that's how it is.
Right.
I mean, even outside, we have
This
conversations
is
like
how
this.
we talk. Exactly.
You
This is
know?
how we talk to each other about these topics.
Same exact topics.
Exactly.
So I that's why I told her, I was like, it's just so easy.
Right.
So I was like, so when I started seeing that there was chemistry, I was just like, why not
Give it a try. Yeah.
give it a try?
Yeah, man.
Exactly.
I was nervous as hell. Still get a little nervous every once in a while, especially when I see like cameras and stuff like this. But but then when we start talking, it's like it goes away.
Exactly.
It goes away, and I'm just talking to you. It's crazy, bro.
And so with that being said, I mean, there are so many different things that go behind the scenes
Right.
that we're starting to learn from.
Right.
And not only are we just using it for the purposes of what we're doing here,
Right.
but we're able to obtain these tools and then use them outside.
Exactly.
And that's what a lot of people don't understand, bro.
Right.
It's like, go ahead and make fun of me all you want.
All you want.
And be sarcastic,
Yeah.
joke around.
That's fine.
But at the end of the day, guess what? I have now all these tools to my disposal. And what do you have?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful by any means, right? It's the truth of it all.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing, like for anyone that wants to start doing this, or anyone's telling you that you can't do this, you can't do that, don't believe that. Do what you want to do. Like if you want to pursue doing a podcast, you want to pursue photography or acting or whatever it is that you want to do it. Don't let no one stop you.
And not only that, it's just there really is no age limit for you to try these things. You know, someone. As a matter of fact, I'll give you another example. I just went back to school, and at the age of 34, right?
Damn.
So, yeah. Bro, I'm seeing like 90% of my classmates, and I'm just like,
they're like 12.
But you know what? That's okay.
It's all good, bro.
That's okay.
It's never too late.
Was. I remember someone that's a little older than me, right? Was just like, well, what good is it for you to go to back to school, especially at this point in your life? What do you mean? I'm starting to learn, you know, different things, and I'm able to use them outside of my classroom. Why not take that experience?
Exactly. But except the person that's not doing anything with their life. Why are you going back to school? Because I don't want to be like you.
Yeah.
Asking somebody else, why are you going back to school?
And
education, bro. You're never too old to learn anything.
Knowledge is
power.
Why are you gonna go and downplay it?
Exactly. Yeah.
The wisest men, still at whatever age they reach, try and learn things. For instance, Steve Jobs.
Right. Yeah.
How long did he go, and maybe, you know, not keeping up by staying in school or whatever, but he was trying to perfect his craft.
Right.
So every single year, and you see that with any piece of technology, he tried to better it, right? So age shouldn't give us a cap or a limit to be like, oh, well, now that you're 40, you have to stop here.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah. It's the same thing with
there is no limit.
The same thing with, what's his name, Musk. I mean, look, he started a new car company.
Yeah.
That hasn't been done since what, like the 1916s, something like that, somewhere around there.
I don't know.
It's been over 100 years, bro. It's been like over 100 years since we had like the last American car company was Chrysler, and now we got Tesla. Like all this time later, like he didn't let anything stop him. Like he's still going. Now he's doing SpaceX and all that other stuff. Like, come on, man. It's like no matter what age you are, like don't stop learning. Yeah. Don't stop learning, man. Don't let other people tell you that you can't learn new things.
That's
at
right.
Any age, or try anything at any age. It doesn't matter. Go for what you want to do, man.
That's right. What else we got on the plate?
That's pretty much it, bro. That's all we got for this episode, I guess.
Well, that was
Interesting.
That was very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I guess that calls it for an end for today. Hopefully, you guys go ahead and comment below what you guys think.
Yes, sir.
Even if there's a certain way that you feel about whatever, go ahead.
Topic, definitely
comment below. Anything else you got to say, bro?
Yeah, I do. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so we know when we drop a new video.
By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys ended up noticing last week, but we are starting to add shorts.
Yes.
So make sure you check that out too.
Check them out.
All right, guys. Just like that, we're done.
We're done.
Peace.
Peace out.